Coming up next, really excited for this video, my top 10 fragrance releases from 2022. Obviously, we've still got another, a couple months left to the end of the year, but there's just been so many great releases. Always a hard video to narrow it down and even pick 10, let alone the 10 best. There's so many great ones, but these are my 10 favorite. And maybe as the end of the year comes, I'll alter that if something else jumps into the top 10. But most of the releases have already been made by this point. So find out what the top 10 2022 fragrance releases are on my list coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose here at Osme Perfumery. And as you saw from my introduction, this video, top 10 new niche fragrance releases from 2022. Let's get right into this. And these lists, as you know, can be somewhat subjective. It's hard to name your favorite 10, but that's what these videos are for. I had to do it, so let's get right into this. The newest from Initio, looks like Rehab, right? Looks like Musk Therapy. No, this is, of course, Paragon, the newest release. You can see it right there. This has got black pepper, sandalwood, plum, agarwood. Ooh, to me, I think this is almost like a mix. If you like Rehab, if you like Musk Therapy, this is a fragrance that is going to be very intriguing for you. Of course, the great Initio quality. They have that DNA in their fragrance that when you smell it, you know it's Initio quality. This is coming in number 10 for me as far as releases go. Next, this one could have been much higher, but it's kind of got an interesting story from ROJA. This is Oligarch. You may have heard the story. This was actually originally released probably it was over a year ago, so it would have been a 2021 release, but it happened right around the time with the Russia-Ukraine invasion, and there was under political pressure. They pulled the release from Europe, and then they re-released it. Basically, they took it from the UK, brought it over, released it in the United States, but now there's some more issues. My understanding is they're pulling all the fragrances back under the Oligarch name and are going to re-release it again, I think under a new name, having a similar issue with another new release, Manhattan. But this is, look, it's classic ROJA. It's actually, for the name Oligarch, this name I think actually could be better named something else, because Oligarch to me sounds old, it sounds ambery, it sounds dark, it sounds intense. This is a little bit of a lighter fragrance from ROJA. It's very fresh, it's very effervescent, but I love it, and I've worn it a number of times now. If you can get your hands on it, find it wherever you can. It's very difficult now because they're pulling everything back. All right, next, coming in at number 8 from NICOLAI Parfums, this is Riviera Verbena. I picked this up about 6 months ago. Always enjoyed this house. I love the fact that you can get the 100 all the way down to a 30 ml option, and the 30 ml option looks just like the 100 and actually comes in the same style box, so they don't skimp, even though you can get in for around $60 to $70 if you want to try a great niche house. This is a very fresh blend that's based on, of course, the Verbena note. Verbena is a very kind of almost like green lemony note. It also has vetiver, it's got petitgrain, it's got of course, the Verbena note, and it's a very citrusy, aromatic fragrance. So depending on where you are this time of year, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're going into summer, this is gonna be a great fragrance. If you're in a place like Miami or a warm weather climate, so it doesn't matter, we're going into fall, winter, great, beautiful fragrance. Next, coming in number 7 from XERJOFF, of course, one of their newest releases, and this is Golden Green. There's also Golden Mocha, and I was trying to decide between the two which I wanted to put on my list, and I gotta say I like Golden Green slightly better. Listen to these notes. Pink pepper, cardamom, nutmeg, juniper berries. Just right at the top, those are some of my favorite personal notes that I work with as I've been building perfumes. I love nutmeg. It's such a versatile, well-rounded fragrance that just mixes exceptionally well. But it also goes down into an incense, leather, cedarwood, vetiver heart, which is just exquisite. Blended to perfection, like all XERJOFF fragrances. And of course, also like all XERJOFF fragrances, it's beast mode. It projects, it lasts 8 to 10 hours on your skin. Great fragrance. Again, I didn't know if I hold up there long enough. Golden green. All right. Now we're gonna go to number, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. By the way, I think I actually had really started out with 11. There was an honorable mention, which was Paragon from Initio. No, yes. So this is now really coming in at number 7. 6, 5, 2, no, 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't know. I guess I can't add, I suck. All right, this is brand new, hot off the presses. That just came into Osme in the last week, and I got my nose on it, and I love it. And this is from, you're not going to recognize the bottle, totally new bottle design from 8 and Bob. This is Guethary. And again, I may be totally butchering that name. For all my French speakers, let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Guethary. What do I love about this? This is unique. This has a wonderful like pear note. I think it's pear absolute. And I will say this. This also was just released, Agneta, which already is selling extremely well. And to me, between these two, they're both beautiful. They're both great. But this is more unique. To me, this is more niche. To me, this is more going to be, you know, like a bestseller, popular fragrance. And according to Maurice here at Osme, already that's the case. This one is selling very well. This one is going to be a little bit more under the radar, and you got to get your nose on it, and you got to really love niche fragrances. But if you do, if you like something that's a little bit more different, that pear note is exquisite, it's beautiful, it's rich, it's delicious. So that was number 6. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Yeah. So now we go to the top 5. From the house of ARQUISTE, came out a few months ago, Indigo Smoke. This is a smoky lapsang tea fragrance. If you love tea, if you love smokiness, if you love the feel of maybe an old church with its wooden pews or library or something just has like antiquities, and sitting there smoking and drinking a classic tea, like maybe a very expensive tea paired with a great fragrance and a great book, Indigo Smoke from ARQUISTE is your choice. Have been really enjoying that one. That leads us now to the top 4. Look, anyone who's been alive in the fragrance world in the last couple months knows this one. God of Fire from STEPHANE Humbert Lucas. This is, you know, what do I say? It's one of the best selling fragrances, one of the hottest selling fragrances in the last few years. They can't keep it on the shelves here at Osme. As soon as they order a batch, it's gone. People love this. I love it. I was a skeptic at first. You can go back and see some of my videos. I even asked Maurice, I'm like, is this fragrance really worth the hype? There's just so much hype around it. But if you like fruity, it's got this really unique mango note that they've put into some other fragrances now that clearly works well with their blends. But it's more than that. It's a little bit of a creamier version. If you like Herba Pura, it's in that same kind of smell category. But try it. It's, you know, it just clearly is something that works well. And let me say this. Hype and marketing will get you to a fragrance. So whether it be YouTubers hyping something or the company hyping it through marketing, whatever, but what brings people back and actually gets them to buy a product rather than just smelling it, then you know it's something that works. And that is what's happening with this product. It's being bought over and over again. That leads me to my top 3. Got to go Fragrance du Bois. Love these guys. And this is Solstice. Solstice actually came out right probably near the beginning of 2022. I just love this house. I like what they've done here. I like that they created something that was a little bit more of a lemony, fresh fragrance. A lot of the fragrances I have from them are gonna be darker, richer fragrances. This one is kind of like in the vein of London Spice, which is one of my really favorites from the house, and is also kind of more of a fresher fragrance. I like when they do something a little bit different, go a little bit lighter. Solstice, of course, obviously with the sun there, great fragrance. All right, top 2. Got this one about a month ago. New house that just came under my radar. This is from the house of ERIS, Scorpio Rising. I don't know, when you put this on your skin, it's just got such a unique combination. If you look at this house and you look at the founder, she was a perfume blogger. She's written books about fragrance. She is an exceptional authority on the whole history of fragrance. So what she's done is combined here with Anton Lee a fragrance that really is just, I think, something extremely very sexy. And all her fragrances, if you look at them, including Ma Bette, which is like My Beast, which is one of the most musky animalic fragrances you will ever smell. This one is nothing along like that hardcore, but it still is very unique. And when you get it on your skin, to me, this is a good, very masculine fragrance. It has Immortelle in here. Immortelle is such a unique note that can actually have a mix of, when it dries down, it can be almost kind of like a maple syrup type smell. Very, very interesting stuff. That leads me to my #1 fragrance that I just smelled recently, but you can already tell it's just one of those fragrances that is going to be timeless, and it's going to be loved by those in the niche community. Whether it's one of the best sellers or not, you never know. It's also going to be a little bit more expensive, so it's maybe not necessarily going to be for everybody, but Royal Tobacco from Amouage, Cécile Zarokian, added again, creating another fragrance from Amouage. She is like the uber popular perfumer right now, probably one of the most in-demand perfumers in the world. She's independent, and she basically can go create for whoever she wants. She's done a lot for Amouage. This one, if you look at the note breakdown, go look at it online. It's crazy. I mean, there's got to be 30 or plus, maybe 40 different fragrance notes, especially at the base. You look at the top, it's actually kind of got like bergamot. It's got, I think, lemon. It's got some more citrusy notes. And when you get into the base notes, it gets crazy what's in there with benzoin and vanilla and oud. It just goes on and on. And the fact that she could blend all that together, you have such a unique tobacco fragrance that, in fact, I'm going to put it on my skin right now because this is my #1 release for the year. Yeah, it's smoky, sexy, tobacco. Just, again, when you think niche fragrance, Cécile Zarokian right now doesn't get any better. Amouage, obviously one of the best niche houses out there. Gonna get 10 plus hours, at least I do, on my skin. It projects. This is gonna make you unique. This is gonna make you smell different. This is gonna get you compliments. Again, not gonna necessarily be for everybody, but if you love niche fragrances, this is great. All right, there you have it. My top 10, 20, 22 releases. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys have, don't have, what you want to smell, your thoughts on these, thoughts on ones that you think should be in this list. Always love hearing your input. And of course, we still got another, little over a month and a half left. So maybe I'll update this list if I feel something else jumps in before the end of the year. I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks guys for watching. Peace, love, and perfume.